Hi everyone, my name is Eva Gray Cantoma from Greatest Design Consult. This is my WhatsApp contact. You can reach me on this number or you can call me on any of these two numbers. Okay. I'm excited. I want to show you how to make good use of your Revit. We are in our episode 3 of this particular training for beginners. Okay, as you can see, we're able to go through the levels. We're able to go through some of the major settings in our Revit architecture. Now on this episode, we are going to be focusing on some of the key tools that we'll be using for our Revit. Now if you come to your modify tab in your Revit, you will see we have align tool, we have offset tool, we have mirror tool. Okay, so let's now go in this order so you can be able to understand some of these basic tools that we'll be using at the moment. Now if I come to my architecture tab and I will click on my wall tool, and if I click on wall, I'm not going to be talking deeply on wall. I'm just going to be focusing on my modify tool. So I'm just going to draw walls. As we proceed, I'll be showing you how to insert and edit your walls and specify the height of your wall and specify the type of material on each wall and all that. We are going to go through that process together, but let's focus on how to make use of our tool. So I will draw a wall, not minding the height, the length. I will just draw a wall. Now let's say I have a wall like this, and then if I have a wall like this, for example, okay, so the first tool we are going to be talking about is the align tool. We can simply align a wall. For example, I drew a wall here and probably this is a mistake, for example, and I want it to come straight this way instead of the way it is at the moment. I can just simply use the align tool. So let me delete this wall. I can just select and just click on delete and it will go. So if I click on my wall and I just click on this point and I drop a wall here, I'll click on escape to release that particular command. And then the next thing I do is to come to my modifier, click on align, and I will select. Now I want it to align with this line. You can see this particular wall has a line at the exterior part. This is inside, this is outside. Okay, so I can align with the I think in Revit it is called whether the inner face, this outer face, and all that. Now if I want to align this inner with this, I will just click on this. Now you can see that has been aligned for me. This is how to basically use your align tool. Now to offset, all you need to do is just to simply select that particular object and click on offset tool. Now I can offset by specifying the distance where I want to offset this particular wall to. So I will just type a distance of 2 meters, for example, and if I click on this at the top here, you can see there is a dash line at the top here indicating that this is going to be offsetting along this. And then if I want it to come down, I will just hover my mouse around the lower part of this wall and you will realize that this is going to show me some shaded lines down below this. So if I click this, it goes down. If I click up, it goes up. If I want this to come this way, it comes this way. So this is basically how to use your offset tool. And then the mirror tool is simply just to mirror as the name implies. So if I want to actually mirror these, let's say I want to mirror this. Okay, so all I need to do now is to click on my mirror tool, and I will select the object. I will now hold on. So I will select the object. If I select the object, I will click on mirror, and if I want this to mirror this way, I will just come to the center of this line. Once I click, you can see that has been mirrored for me quickly. Similarly, I can move my tool. If I want to move these, I can just select that object and I will click on move, and I will select, I will click on, and then I can just hover my mouse along to the direction where I want to move this. So it's similar. You can move these by clicking on move, and boom, you can see that has been moved. Similarly, that is the best way to move your tool. If I want to move this as well, I will just select it and click on move, and then I will just hover my mouse along the direction. I can also specify the distance to where I want to move my tool. Now this is coming based on you can't keep elements joined, yeah, because I will just click on join elements. The reason is because where I'm moving this wall to is far more than the length of this particular wall. You can see this wall and this wall are actually joined together. There are settings you can do to unjoin all your walls together. As we proceed, as we talk about walls, I'm going to be explaining that to us. All right, so that is that. We have been able to go through the line to the offset to the mirror to the move tool, and then the copy tool. I have demonstrated that is similar. Just click on it, click on copy, and then just move your hand along the direction. You can even specify the distance where you want this to be copied. Similarly, like your move as well, you can click on this, click on move, and you can just specify the distance where you want this to be moved to. So let's say this is 3 meters, for example, and it will be moved to 3 meters distance. Okay, so similarly, you can do that for rotate. You can just select the object and click on rotate. Once you click on rotate, you can pick that point where you want to rotate from. If I click that point, I will select this. This is at angle 180, so I can just move. As I'm moving my hand, you can see those dashed line is showing me the direction where this is going to rotate to. And if I want to rotate this to this angle 90, if I click on this, you can see that has been rotated. So similarly, that is basically how to do for all of them. To undo a particular command, you can just type on Ctrl Z to bring you back. Right, so similar, you can trim. If I click on trim, TR for trim, and I'll click here and I'll click here, it will be trimmed. But then because I already have a line here that is broken, so let me show you a perfect example of how to trim this. All right, one perfect example is to just come here, click on my wall. Let me just introduce a wall around here. You can see introducing your wall automatically, it just comes. Let's say I want to, let me demonstrate something quickly as well here again. I click on wall again, and then if I want to click here for wall, you can see joint status. So it's joining. I can disallow my joint, so it's not going to join if I disallow. So but I'm going to leave it the way it is. we are basically not really talking about wall at the moment. I'll come to my modify here and I will click on my trim. If I click on trim, I will click on the first object. Now I have to click where I want to keep. This is part of the wall I want to keep, and I will click on this one. Now you can see the remaining part has been cut off. So this is basically how to trim using your Revit software. Now there are some other tools which I'm going to be showing you in the next episode, so make sure you stay safe and stay blessed.